What I want to know is, when are you all going to start standing up for the majority? And here's who the majority is. I'm the majority. I'm a law-abiding citizen who's never shot anybody, never committed a serious crime, never committed a felony. But it seems like every time we have one of these shootings, nobody wants to put the blame where it goes, which is at the shooter's feet. You want to put it at my feet. The law-abiding citizens of this community and many communities around this country, we're the first ones taxed and the last ones considered and the first ones punished when things like this happens, because our rights are the ones that are being taken away. The police can barely enforce the law as it is. As what I see, we demonize the police, criminalize and vilify the police, and we make the criminals into victims. And we're talking about restricting guns? How are you going to do that? Well, I'm here to tell you tonight, it is not going to happen without a fight until you listen to the majority of the people in this city. And I am the majority. The majority of the people in this city are law-abiding, and they follow the law, and they want their constitutional right to be able to bear arms.
Hey there, friends, thanks for checking in. As promised, we have Mark Robinson here. You know him as the guy who spoke at the Greensboro City Council, and he came up with "I am the majority," spoke so well of so many patriotic Americans. I want to thank you for what you've done and the movement that you have created.
Thank you.
Let's go back at that point. Why did you go down there?
Well, I think what happened is I was interested in buying a firearm because I wanted to buy an AR-15. And I asked all my friends who owned AR-15s, I said, where's the best place to go to buy, a firearm? Which store? And they all told me, they said, go to the Greensboro Gun Show. Said, don't go to any other gun show, go to the Greensboro Gun Show. It's the best one. They'll have the most selection, best prices. So I had made plans to go here in August to the gun show and purchase an AR-15. And I heard on the news one morning that the Greensboro City Council had decided that they wanted to try to cancel the gun show this year in light of the events that happened in Florida. That was the exact quote, in light of the events in Florida. And I automatically got angry about that because I thought about how ridiculous it was. And I said, well, that's a shame they're going to try to do that. So on my social media page, I put out a post about it. And somebody let me know, said it's illegal for them to do that. They can't do that. Only the Coliseum director can do that. Lo and behold, we found out that was the case, that only the Coliseum director could cancel the gun show. So I felt a little relieved. Well, a few weeks later, the city council again said they were going to hold a meeting to address gun violence. And when I heard that word, gun violence, I automatically knew what they meant. I figured they were going to truck in a bunch of high school students and college students down there to the city council hall and try to browbeat the city manager, or Coliseum director rather, into ending that gun show. So I said, I know there's going to be some pro-gun people there. I said, I got to go down there and support them. I heard about the meeting the day of the meeting, April 3rd, that morning while I was getting ready for work.
So this was not a prepared speech. This is something that, but I think because of that, and because of the passion that you had behind your speech and the words you used, you spoke for so many patriotic Americans. And that is why it was shared so much. But many people found themselves saying, that's right, I am the majority. How'd you come up with that?
It might sound crazy to some folks, but I honestly believe that that was divinely inspired, because I believe that God hears the prayers of the righteous. And I believe there are a lot of righteous people in this country that are suffering under oppression in their states. Their governments are trying to take away their God-given rights. And I think they've been praying for a message to come. Praying for somebody to stand up and say the things they've been trying to put into words. And when I went to that meeting, I didn't even plan on speaking. I simply went down to that meeting to support those who were speaking. But after hearing some of the things that I heard, I couldn't hold back, and I went up. And I think God just took over and just opened my mouth and just had me say what he would have me to say, because again, I truly believe that these rights we're talking about, they're God-given rights. I mean, the Constitution affirms them. Our founding fathers believed them and wrote our founding documents based on them, but they come from our Father God. And I believe he wanted me to deliver that message. I really do.
Okay, and the passion that you used was incredible. Had you not spoken as strong as you have, do you think it would have gained as much momentum?
I don't think so, but I'm kind of a naturally passionate guy. I'm not a fist fighter. I'm not really despite what I know, some people probably think I'm like this gun nut who's got 1,000 guns. I actually still don't even own a firearm. Actually, I still don't have one in my hand yet. I'm not a gun collector or anything, but I have always liked the art of verbal sparring. And over the years, I've gotten better and better at it, and I've gotten better and better at being able to express myself. But as far as being passionate, it's something I've always had inside of me. I don't know why. I guess it's just maybe some folks would call it a God-given ability, but I've always been a passionate spokesperson.
Well, I think because you spoke with the words that many of us felt, that is why it got shared so much. That is why it got that you were invited on Fox News. That's why you were invited to the NRA convention. You spoke at the NRA convention. It's just been an incredible momentum. What has happened since? Because I know you didn't think it would evolve to this.
Honestly, I honestly thought that this thing would. I knew it took off, and I was expecting it to take off, level off, and then start slowly coming down. But it has not. The amount of support and love that I've gotten from all across the country and continue to get, it's been amazing. With every speech, it seems like every speech that I give, it gains more and more momentum. And I'm starting to see that the city council speech wasn't the beginning of the end. It was the beginning of the beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, it really has taken off. And my main concern with this whole thing is this. I have been trying for years to inspire people through social media. And the one thing that I've learned from this experience is this. Social media is a great tool for sharing and disseminating ideas, but nothing is as effective as coming out from behind that computer screen, coming out from behind that phone, and going down there to these city council chambers and actually confronting these people face to face. I think that's their absolute biggest fear.
Yeah.
And you can see that in the way a lot of them hold their city council meetings at 10 o'clock in the morning on Mondays, so nobody can attend. They don't want to be confronted by the voters, and that's what I really hope to inspire people to do. Get out from behind the computers, come out of the shadows, go out and confront people directly. Not, when I say confront people, I don't mean violently, but go down lawfully to your city council meetings, to your town hall meetings, and make your voices heard.
Well, it doesn't stop the other side.
That's exactly right.
They go out there, they make their signs, they march around there.
That's right.
And it doesn't even have to be true. They just get enough people to say, hey, I didn't know it was like that. And then all of a sudden they have these believers, they're actually recruiting people no different than somebody running for office. Mm-hmm. And then you go out there, give a dynamic speech, 4.5 minutes, a little less, and it gets shared all over the place, and look at what's happened to you. That serves as an example to what so many other people could do as well to get the message across. So I want to thank you.
Well, thank you.
You've done an outstanding job.
And you just touched on this, and this is the thing I want people to always remember this. The left can tell their lies just as loud as they want. We should not be afraid to tell the truth just as loud as we want to. So that's what we need to do. We need to be just as loud in telling the truth as they are in telling their lies.
That's right. That's right. Now you've got a fundraiser going.
I do, on Facebook right now.
Why don't you tell us about that?
Okay, I've been traveling all around, and what I found is a lot of the groups that I go and speak with, they're grassroots groups, and they don't have a whole lot of money. And a lot of them can pay for travel expenses, and some of them can't. But the bottom line is this. Most of our conservative grassroots groups, we don't have Obama or Soros or Hillary behind us, millions of dollars. Our resources are limited. So what I'm asking my Facebook followers to do, and people who are not even my Facebook followers, but believe in my message, to please donate to make it possible for me to defer some of the costs associated with travel, because it is a costly thing. And I guarantee you, this is not a fundraiser. I'm not trying to get rich. I'm not trying to get a bunch of money. I'm just simply trying to have enough money where I could do this and it not be cost prohibitive to me, and it's not going to hurt me financially or put me in a hole personally. So all the money that's going to go to this cause, all the money that will be donated will go directly to this cause for travel and the things associated with that. But you can donate by going to my Facebook page, which is Mark Keith Robinson on Facebook. The fundraiser is Mark Keith Robinson, I Am the Majority, USA. That's the fundraiser. My page can lead you directly to it, and I certainly would appreciate any donations, whether it be $1 or $1 million.
I'll put a link. I'll put a link down below. I'll let you guys know that I donated. I believe in this man. He's done an incredible job speaking for us and about us, and I think it's important that he keeps his work going so that the message gets heard.
Yes.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Appreciate you meeting up with me.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you watching, and you guys be safe.